Thanks, Chair Doherty and members of the committee for having me. My name is Greg Townley. I'm an associate professor of community psychology at Portland State University. I'm also the director of research for the Homelessness Research and Action Collaborative at Portland State. Over half of all college students report food and housing insecurity, according to national surveys of campuses around the country. Successfully serving students is no longer defined by academic achievement, retention, and graduation rates alone, but by the ability of colleges and universities to identify and address gaps in how they help meet students' most basic needs for food and housing. There's also a growing recognition of the close relationship between academic success and basic needs security, as Rachel, Daniel, and Venus bravely and powerfully told us, and as too many students have experienced themselves. I'll outline two recent studies in this area. First, a study conducted at the University of Maryland found that students who had been homeless were 13 times more likely to have failed courses and 11 times more likely to have withdrawn or failed to register for more courses. And students who had experienced severe food insecurity were nearly 15 times more likely to have failed courses and 6 times more likely to have withdrawn or failed to register for more courses. Similarly, a study conducted at 2 Maryland community colleges found that food insecure students were more likely to report a lower GPA than food secure students. Despite these compelling examples, there remains little comprehensive research on the effects of food insecurity, housing insecurity, and homelessness on college and university student academic achievement, retention, and graduation rates, particularly locally. House Bill 4055 addresses this gap and positions the state of Oregon to be actively contributing to and leading the research and national dialogue about solutions that address student food and housing insecurity. Such solutions will in turn help us increase student retention and completion and expand access to life-changing college degree programs to more economically vulnerable groups. This topic is one of the top priorities at Portland State University's Homelessness Research and Action Collaborative, a new research center that addresses the challenges of homelessness through evidence-based science focused on the conditions that lead to and perpetuate homelessness. One of our 5 core priority areas is addressing homelessness among students and employees at Portland State. Our National Advisory Board includes experts from other public universities working on this issue. And one of our first studies that we initiated was an examination of rates of homelessness as well as housing and food insecurity among both our students and also our employees. We developed a robust survey modeled after other national leaders in this area, including the Hope Center and the California State University System, and we distributed the survey to all students and employees in fall 2019. We're currently analyzing our data, and our preliminary findings suggest that 16% of students who completed our survey indicated they experienced some form of homelessness in the last 12 months. Their living situations range from staying temporarily with a relative or friend, also known as couch surfing, to sleeping at a shelter or in an outdoor location. This rate is higher than the national average for four-year institutions, which is 14%, and lower than national figures for community colleges, 18%. This panel is particularly timely given that just yesterday the Hope Center released its report of homelessness, housing insecurity, and food insecurity among students at community colleges in Oregon. These rates are staggering. 20% of students at Oregon community colleges, 20% experienced homelessness in the last year. 41% are food insecure, and 52% are housing insecure. These data help shed the light for where we need to go, but right now our knowledge and our efforts is fragmented. In order to best know how to advocate for solutions to food and housing insecurity for all of Oregon's students, we need an organized and comprehensive plan for ongoing research and evaluation across the state's community colleges and public universities. House Bill 4055 would allow for such coordination. And the Homelessness Research and Action Collaborative, PSU, would be excited to work with partners around the state to help organize our efforts and become national leaders as we work together to address food and housing insecurity among all of our students.